Hi, welcome to my live stream. Today's stream are not gonna be happening for too long, but if you guys noticed, but yeah, it's really good. It is good, right? But yeah, but I like this one. Rapping about it, something that it was like, I don't know. I got Lab 2 appears on. Okay, that's good. Okay, we should have playing this one. No, the Bambi, Jean, Space Boy, hardest ones. Yes, a placeholder. Oops. I miss. Okay, I miss again. God, this is good. This is good. You want a good 10 posts. Good. Customizing of the character. But no thanks, I got one. Um, I'll cleanse. Okay, $1,000. Nope. Oh, animation's just fine. And yeah. Yeah. Look at this one. Um, we go to this one. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah. 14 points if you want to check out those. Yes. I got the points. I get the points back. And you're getting my points back. Okay. Um, time to leave it off. The game Roblox and watch out some theories. Very theories. Right, because I'm so sucked. Where's the theory? Where's the theory? Oh, there he is. A new theory update on videos on YouTube channel, but I can't. Okay. Okay. I will not do that. Okay, I don't want to watch the theory, but I guess I'm doing to watch lots of theories. Yeah. Okay, this is a theory. I don't want to explain why the theory is this, so I gotta watch it and see could happen the most.
Last time on Game Theory. Please investigate using the dev build. This is our next step to solving the puzzle, friends. There is even more to this game than we.
Yeah, dang once. Hang on. I go to the bathroom real quick. I'm back. Let's get continue the theory. I know. This is a game that last time I don't know what I'm talking about.
We've already played. And this is where the questions we've been asking can be answered. What are they doing the sacrifices for? Where does Sarah fit into all this? And who is Elliot?
I don't know. The character was the from the Kikolet game. I didn't want to play game about it, and it was just like justified for for all of them. Okay, I don't want to talk about it. It was very secret. I don't care that she refused or I don't want to. But yeah, this is not true. Why? Why am I of this? Why I'm doing this? Why I'm not doing wrong, chat? I just no idea what the best Lewis is. It's a very gaming, but yeah, it's a very gaming, but it's a very game. The worst gaming is I got 436 subscribers. I got passed, and I passed, and I apologize for that long. I forgot to miss on his live stream, but yeah, I cannot do this anymore longer. But yeah, but yes, if he wants to check it in my old Discord server, but it is said that my old Discord server would be canceled for good. But yeah, my Discord server would be canceled, and yeah, I losing all the members. I don't want to talk about it, and yeah, my old Discord server will be canceled, and I losing. Okay, it sees that remove the title on going with everything. If you want to subscribe, if you guys want to get subscribed, yeah. So let's get started over with.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory, the show that wants to walk a mile in your. That was weird. Maybe I just
Scary.
need to. Whoa. What is happening with all these glitches? Quickly, if you hit that subscribe button, it should stop.
We have glitching.
What is happening with all these glitches? Quickly, if you hit that subscribe button, it should stop them. Did it work? Thanks for your help. Clearly, the glitches from the new Gigaland ARG have been leaking into the videos of anyone who dares to uncover the truth. Last time, we began exploring what was happening in Act 2 of this mystery. We were getting updates from a girl named Sarah about a mysterious commune / cult.
Content. Why? The content was not true. Okay. It was like they're not reacting off this one. So, not reacting.
Called the KMW, run by a man named Terry. Sarah's mother, Debbie, used to be part of this commune, and after snooping around through her things, Sarah was caught, leaving us with no leads or information to work with. The website had also been updated, now containing new clues that sadly didn't really seem to lead us anywhere. We've got phrases like fun, brew, and lifeless, and no cipher or key to put them in. The main thing we got was a quote saying, "It wears my skin," which we suspected may have something to do with the evil mascots that have been hinted at. But there was one more avenue for us to check. A YouTube ad about a new gaming website featuring the orange cat Elliot from Elliot and Ella, the TV show made by the KMW. Sure, it wasn't the Giggleland game that we were hoping for, but it was still a game we could play. And the multiple endings of Elliot's adventure revealed to us the KMW's real intention with the children they took care of in the commune.
Oh my god. Did he actually do that? Did he actually do that? Did everyone else could do that? Nope. I cannot do that. Okay, I gotta post the video. I gotta post the a video community. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's get started continuing this game.
We met Mr. T, the in-game counterpart of the cult leader Terry, who asked Elliot to help him gather seeds so that he can purify them from the evil sorcerer. The sorcerer is the big bad of this video game, though we've never actually met them. And the more endings we discovered, the more we realized that purify meant sacrifice. Based on the collectibles, background art, and enemy types, it appears the KMW were following the Aztec rituals of child sacrifice and wearing their skin to appease their gods. So that's dead children ticked off our indie horror bingo card. And the game's not even out yet. Then there was a secret message hidden in the game for Debbie herself, written by her partner, the mysterious Simon. It warned her that if she didn't leave the commune, Terry would do something awful to Sarah, so neither of them would see her again. This is what led Debbie to run away from the cult all those years ago, and why she is now so protective of Sarah, not wanting her to go outside or learn more about the commune. Unfortunately, it was at this point that we hit a dead end. By completing the game and taking 0 damage, we discovered that there was a dev build of the game somewhere. It gave 0 hints to where it might be, but I knew it held the answers to the secrets that we were looking for. Why are they sacrificing kids? Why is Sarah so important? And who is Elliot really?
Okay, the commercial was breaking. A commercial was breaking. The commercial was breaking. Chat, I cannot do this. Chat. Commercial was breaking. I don't know what that means, but the breaking is stupid. Okay. Uh, Continue the gaming of this one. Oops. There he is. Oh, there's one thing I don't know what happened next. So yeah, this is very, this is very good. So yeah.
So join me, friends, because I am determined to find this dev build and uncover the truth behind this creepy Aztec cult. So,
Okay. Everybody questions about it? Nope. I believe comments below. Please comments in the chat. And now, oh, gonna end the stream, please.
without further ado, let's solve the second act of Giggleland's ARG. Let's think about this logically. Elliot's Adventure is on the Kids Gaming Zone website, so surely this mysterious dev build would be hidden around here. That means we got to do the thing we theorists do best at a time like this: click on every possible link and see if it takes us somewhere. I'm actually going to fast forward this bit because there is a lot of clicking and a lot of pages that are just pretty normal. That is until you get to the very bottom and click on the web host link. Unsurprisingly, this takes you to a website where you can buy website domains. But by scrolling down to the bottom, we can see a list of recently registered domains. And this is where things go from regular to irregular. Game Tips is a website that gives you tips and cheat codes for games, including Elliot's Adventure, mentioning a god mode in the dev build. Other websites had hidden URLs covered with text directly taken from Sarah's Tumblr posts. Oak Barrel Brew had a secret message when scrolling to the bottom of the page about how abandoned children's fingers would twitch as if they were trying to send a message. It's super weird stuff, but they are all things connecting to what we covered last time.
Okay, I forgot the batteries to charging, but yeah. Um, Hold on. This is not true because batteries are charging. If you guys to watch this video, you better watch out the game theory right now because I never support the channel. The channel got this channel was definitely over because this channel was definitely over again because I don't know what happened for the last time for the years. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Uh you should be working fine. Um you should be working fine for game theory channel, but yeah, I don't know what that means, but yeah, let's get up with.
Another one of the website's laughing little ones looks like a website about the biggest party ever. And so, naturally, I'm going to put in all my details because I want to be part of this super cool, totally real party, please. But after doing that, the screen went black, a weird sound played, and the text appeared Sarah location, as well as a bunch of random letters. Once again, we have ourselves a code. What type of code is it? I'm not sure. This isn't any cipher I've ever seen. But as I mentioned last time, thankfully, there is a dedicated team of theorists on the official Discord that were...
Okay, the Discord. Where's the Discord I'm joined? And hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Where's the Discord I joined? Okay, this is hardest, but yeah. Um, no, it's not. There he is. There he is right here. In the description on Discord link. Yeah. This one theories. Outside lore, generals, Kango artwork, Kango videos. This one saying charging of this popular on such as cost medias, everything. Yeah, I just can't forgotten what happened for last 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yeah, if I want the last 2 weeks. Okay. um, Okay. Okay. I'm back. So nobody asking one question about it. Um, it's getting truly one late. Yeah, it's getting too late, but yeah, everything on the vacation sent. Okay, got lots of comments and there's lots of theories here. But yeah, I not gonna do that.
Are able to help us out. Links to their doc will be in the description. This time, Discord user Chap figured out that breaking the string of letters into 2 letters at a time are the first 2 letters of the website we have discovered on the domain page. GL is Global Street Foods, RE is Retro Bite Hub. It all matches up. But we still don't know exactly what any of this means. We do know that we're on the right track. It's just, where do we go from here? Which seems to be a running theme in this ARG. But again, Chap.
Okay, this one's okay. So this is the website. I don't know what that means, but yeah. I'm gonna find the website and yeah. Okay. Uh so yeah, this is the Discord link. I gotta do it. Okay. You should be work Tom. Okay, it doesn't works. But we see the work is this one. It's the Kinkoland. Who shows up of Kinkoland. What's my Kinkoland for? What's my Kinkoland go? Let's see. This is very cool. But yeah. But we have this one. Click on the link if you guys want to have.
Came to my rescue. They'd found something new on the old missing persons report from Act 1.
Yeah, this is the old ones. So okay.
Seriously, chap, you are crushing this. What they found was a new audio file named Conversation. But like always,
Okay, this is the loudest, so I gotta do it. But yeah, it's very naughty. Then
it's password protected. Though I think we
Okay.
already have part of the answer for this one. I mentioned that in our part 1 video, we uncovered some secret words that meant nothing at the time. One of which was fun brew that we discovered thanks to a random string of letters on the KMW website and a note in the guest book that encouraged us to use pastebin as a means of communication. Now, this is where things are going to get a little complicated, but
Recado rápido.
Okay. This is a cutscene, but this is a commercial ad. Okay. Okay, I'm back, but yes, I don't know what that means.
we have 2 words, fun and brew. We also have
Fun
a
and brew.
bunch of websites now thanks to the Giggleland directory and the domain site. One of the websites we explored last time was called fun.html. And there we discovered another word that meant very little at the time, lifeless. Now, one of these new websites is called Oak Barrel Brew, implying that the second half of the code is hidden in this website. On that website, we saw a secret message about abandoned children and how their fingers were a message to something. We're trying to open up a conversation on a missing children's report.
Oh my god, this is amazing child support. Wow, this is not fair. Why? Why the child go banding of support and this one I don't care about it. Some very moments to support things.
So, is that the secret word? Finger? The thing communicating? Funbrew equals lifeless finger. Yes! That unlocks the WAV file. Let's have a listen, shall we?
Okay.
Ah, yes, the wonderfully nostalgic sound
Oh
of a
my God.
modem. I remember hearing that sound every time I tried to connect to the internet as a kid. Cue the Matt Damon gif. But this is an ARG. Obviously, those aren't just sounds. And if you use an FSK decoder like Mini Modem, you can actually mimic a modem receiver, which will translate these sounds into text. It ends up being a chat log between 2 people talking about a strange program appearing on TV while their kids were watching.
Yeah.
But when they looked at a TV guide, they weren't able to find it. Sounds to me like we've got another instance of Elliot and Ella on our hands. One of the parents says it
Yeah.
reminds them of the Channel 10 hacking that was on the news a while ago, which is interesting. I did always wonder how this terrifying Elliot and Ella show would ever make its way onto the air. Trust me, I worked in kids' TV. No network is greenlighting this. But now, the pieces are beginning to fall into place. No one needed to approve
Wait.
the show because the show was being hacked or forced onto the airwaves. In the first ARG, we found a video called The Second Hijack, where we heard in the background an episode of Elliot and Ella. I thought that this was in reference to the hijacking of a kid. As we'd already found a missing report of 1 kid, this would have just been the second. However, this now seems to suggest that it wasn't about the kids. It was about the TV airwaves. Maybe this Channel 10 hijack was the first hijacking, forcing this show in front of unwitting children, causing them to become terrified so that the parents would send them to the KMW psychologists for treatment, or as Terry put it, purification. And we get to read more about this.
Okay. There's a new company. I don't want to mention this company, but yeah. A new company. Hello.
Hello, my name is Villager number 63.
Yeah. Nice to see you. But I got reacting of the game theory on Game Collect, something like ARG.
I've come to tell you something very important.
What is it?
You're a bitch.
Oh. Okay, I'm not. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. I guess I'm continue. Let's continuing. So, let's continue. So, yeah, pretty good comments right now. So I can continue. Reacting of the Kinkerland caught Ethan Tucker, but instead, very cool, huh? Very cool. Okay.
hijacking thanks to one of the links that the parents dropped during the conversation. Or at least, that's what I thought we'd be able to do. In reality, it's not exactly legible. And just like the other corrupted pages we've come across, it is impossible to decode. The only readable thing are the ads on the side of the website for an uploading site. So I guess we might as well try that? I mean, let's not forget, all of this has been us trying to find the zip file containing
A zip file. What? A zip file? Yeah, I like the zip files. Not commercials. I hated commercials because I hated commercials for a long time. Okay, back because of this one. Why? Because I hate commercials on videos before I'm starting the stream. So yeah.
dev build of Elliot's adventure. So a website all about uploading files could be our ticket. So by following the link and adding giggleland underscore dev build underscore 9213.zip to the end of the URL, we are taken straight to the download page. Bingo! Finally, we get to talk about the thing that started this video. Do you want to guess what happened when I tried to download it? Yep, it's password protected. Again! You'd think, given how hard this was to find, they'd be kind enough to just give us the files. And people wonder why I have trust issues.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Thankfully, this time the uploader has given us a hint to the password's location. Location, numbers, comma, numbers. The only location thing we've seen so far was the Sarah's location text before the string of letters the chap decoded. If only there was an easy way for us to change our location to where she is. Oh, wait, I know. Let's try using the sponsor of this video.
Okay, I gotta do this up. Escaped on. Escaped this one parts.
Thanks again to NordVPN for sponsoring this.
Yeah, I guess that I cannot do that, but I cannot download this one. Yeah, let's go continue the Kickerland. I just keep this one support on the game theory announcement yet.
Video. But since Sarah wasn't wise enough to use your product, we've got some coordinates to find based on our previous code. We know that each set of letters refers to all the websites we found, but for this, we need numbers rather than letters. So could it be that each website has a number that can be used for this password? At first, that feels like a wild goose chase, but look close enough and some of these numbers do start to appear, like the number 4.
Look at this one. Chiffin. Okay. Chiffin. Chilifini. Coffee.com.
Or on this coffee bean on the cafe website, or error codes on CL domains. But then there are other websites like Retro Bite Hub and Gardening with Mary that I just can't figure out. And I wasn't the only one. The entire Discord was pretty much stumped by this. But with our powers combined, our big brains made a super brain. And slowly but surely, people began finding the numbers across these websites. And I gotta say, these solutions are strange. Some of them are things like how many times this cloud bobbed up and down until it stopped, the number of times the word tree is misspelt, and the color of the 404 error cloud in hex code. And this is where I've got to get real for a minute.
Yeah, very hardest. Get it? Not hardest ones because I can do that, but yeah, I figured nothing. But yeah, so this is the longest ones. So I'm gonna must to continue for responded for the camera. Why the camera gonna shows up? Okay.
Actually, you know what?
Okay, another commercial again. I guess I'm hating commercials. I hate commercials sometimes. I hate commercials. I hate commercials. There we go. Oops. Yeah. Okay, this is kind of hard to me, but it's a lot of things I never done. So yeah.
Right, Giggleland, let's talk. What was the thought process here? I'm all for a hard and challenging puzzle. I've sung your praises in every video because of exactly that. But this was just straight up brutal. For a puzzle to feel satisfying, there has to be a rhyme or a reason to the solution. Maybe they're all background assets, or maybe it's all in hex code. But by mixing and matching like this with no sense of direction, it just invites that feeling of frustration and can lead people to brute forcing the solution because they don't see another way of doing it. So if you guys are watching, genuinely, I would love to understand the thought behind this puzzle. Was it simply a test for the community? Did we miss a clue? We theorists, we love to learn from these experiences so we can be better informed and equipped for our next ARG adventure. But anyway, we did find the code, so let's go back to PNG Tom to keep this ball rolling. Using
Yeah. Oh my god. This is fair. The longest time I will look at the video, this one longest the videos in 25 to 27 seconds and sacrifice the longest ones. So I cannot do this on all reacting. All reacting. Yeah, reactions.
the original letters as our order and plonking all of the new numbers into it, we get the password 758483,2827363. Now, finally, we can get our hands on the dev build. And there it is.
Bye.
Sorry, I'm just really excited about this. Now we can get into this and find the answers we seek. When initially booting up this dev build, it looks exactly the same as the game we found before. But now we can activate the thing that the game cheat website mentioned, God mode, which creates new endings for us to analyze. The first one happens when you're just bad at the game and fall into a pit. Elliot falls down and we see a younger looking Elliot in the dark all alone. An error appears on screen and after clicking OK, a bloodied image of Elliot jumps at you. Well, this is more disturbing than before. Wonderful. And honestly,
yeah, this is the ones that jump scared the video. Why? Okay, chat, put the comments in the stream. Put the comments in the stream right now. So I can go to continue to the reacting of the game theory. Okay.
each ending is just going to follow in a similar tone. There's the flower ending where you gave a flower to the horse NPC. Normally this would lead you to encounter a child begging you to help them. But if you're in God mode, you do still meet the child, only now we see the child in the dark with a grinning Elliot behind her. She begins to cry and we hear slashes. The game then suddenly reboots and Elliot is standing there wearing the child's skin. And then if that wasn't enough, instead of the sign that takes you to the final stage, there's now a computer. Interacting with it triggers a cutscene where your perspective shifts to you looking at the computer monitor.
Okay, I'm not gonna do that. It says it's this for the video. Not to continue on the videos, but he can't do that. Look at this one. Yeah. He killed people, but he can't him. He killed him. But yeah. Look at this one. Elliot and Ella. It feels like on fairy childhood selves. But yeah. They are not support on this channel. Yeah. I feel like the most popular was my main channel, but it is stands on the game Kickerland. I'm so bored here. I'm so out of here. I'm so fucking out of here. But yes, is this kind of a joke for you? But yeah. But yes, it was like same. Yeah. Okay, let's continue the game, but continuing on reacting because I'm so bored here right now. I'm very bored. Why am such a alone? What is a fucking alone? It means I don't know. That means I don't. That means I know. That means I know. That means I know. That means I know. That means yeah.
Switching tabs over to an episode of Elliot and Ella on YouTube. We've got a new episode to watch, friends. I wonder what high school drama awaits us in this episode. Elliot is struggling with dissecting a frog, so Ella
And Elliot,
decides that he should go and talk to Mr. T. Yep, that Mr. T.
Mr. T was like of the character of this body in this one here. Why is such a costume it is? Yeah, interesting about it. Interesting. But yeah, this is a community post on YouTube, but I did not could make a videos about YouTube. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Hardest one.
T suggests that Elliot should read this special book, which will help him to be brave. Elliot
What? Why become brave? Yeah. So we talked about the Mr. T and it's about brave. Yeah. Okay. It is good, but this is not childhood themselves. But yes, I not dead. Okay, I not dead. Can you hear me? Not dead. You fucking up sick. Okay, you not fucking. Okay. I'm sorry. Um, I don't know what that means. I didn't mean to. I'm scared. Yeah.
opens it up and he is transported to a black room with a floating head.
Whoa. Yeah. Bravery can't be. Bravery can't only be. Yes.
Bravery can only be achieved by sacrificing your
I hate commercials. What the hell? I do want to talk about it for the stream. Why? I hate the stream. I mean, I hate commercial. I hate commercials, and I don't want to talk about it on very hardest. Okay. Okay. Back.
former self and being born anew.
Just then, we see Elliot
A childhood on this one, young himself, but I can't do this on videos. Yeah. Okay, okay, okay. I cannot explain what happened in the movie titles, but yeah, because they're very cool. Or I cannot read. Or I cannot read. Okay, I'm so bored responding to everyone else, but yeah, I cannot do that. I cannot do this because I'm so. I'll be sick. I'll be sick. I'm not sick.
Elliot's past self, the same one that's in the pit ending of the game. Elliot must kill his past self. But when he hesitates, Ella pipes up.
Come on, Elliot! Don't you want to be?
Oh my god. Subs. Oh my god. That was it. That was it. Okay, there was a voice generate him, but that can't be possible. Okay. I'm sorry I gotta watch other videos, but yeah. It's gonna be officially not true. Yes. Not true. Yeah.
Elliot is left with no choice. He walks up to his past self and kills them. Suddenly, we're back in the classroom, and Elliot is now wearing the skin of his former self.
Claude. Aztec Claude. Yeah.
Sorry. After the last episode, I got one of those installed just in case. Not that I was going to miss this, because it's not exactly discreet. All these endings and this new episode are tying back to what we said last time with Aztec rituals. We're seeing child sacrifices being brought to tears, something that Aztecs used to do to make them effective sacrifices. Elliot is then wearing the skins of said sacrifices, including his past self, which reflects the rituals the Aztecs did to symbolize their renewal.
Yeah.
And now we are meeting an actual deity. This floating head with the red and yellow markings on it looks exactly the same as how the god that requires the skins of human sacrifices is often depicted in Aztec descriptions and drawings. Xipe Totec. Boom, boom, and boom. I knew I was onto something with this Aztec stuff. And I knew that being an ancient history nerd in high school would absolutely pay off. Look at me now, Ma. But then there's the normal ending of the game.
Yeah, normal the game. Yes.
On God mode, rather than red text asking you, what did you do with the sorcerer? The text says, you are a god. And with the physical inclusion of the god Xipe Totec, it got me thinking, while yes, we're seeing Elliot literally kill his past self to become stronger, what if these sacrifices were a little more than that? What if it wasn't about sacrificing to a god, but becoming a god? Xipe Totec didn't just
Oh my
demand
God.
that people wear the skin of the sacrifices. The point was,
Oh my god. Oh my god. If I did it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm also everyone, I'm sorry. Um left. Yeah, I'm thinking was wrong with me, but yeah. Let's continue the video real quick.
that Xipe Totec would then wear the skins himself, a god wearing human skin. Could it be that by sacrificing children who have been brought to tears and quote-unquote purified, then wearing their skins, Terry and the cult members believe they can become something pure and powerful themselves? Like, say, a god that also wears human skin. And this isn't even everything in the dev build, my friends. That's just the stuff God mode offers. In this dev build, you can also activate a move player function by inputting X and Y coordinates. Coordinates are usually just two numbers separated by a comma, which reminds me of the password the Discord community found to open up the dev build in the first place. The tip was Sarah's location, number, comma, number, after all. So let's try inputting those numbers into the move.
Quem melhor que a inteligência?
Okay, I hate the commercials. Why? Okay. Back in. Continuing.
Player mode, and we've black screened, which is not ideal. But if you're like me and you let your ADHD tech impatience get the better of you and you just spam the interact button, you get a new text box with a bit.ly link to Sarah's phone. And in it are all of the photos Sarah took of her mum's diary, like we talked about right at the start of Act 2. Yes, finally, we are going to get to see Debbie's involvement in the KMW, and hopefully it will show us if we were right about Terry's motives. The diary starts in December 1990. Debbie is 8 years old and has just moved to the commune with her uncle Terry. Seems innocent enough. That is until you turn the page. It's completely covered in the phrase, "My name is Debbie." Why is she writing her name over and over again? Does she not know what her own name is? Wait a minute. Do you guys remember in the first ARG when we discovered that missing persons report about a child named Laura that had been abducted? We suspected that this was the doing of the KMW. I mean, all the signs were pointing to it. But Laura was abducted on November 23rd, 1990 at age 8. The same age as Debbie, and the week before, Debbie starts writing in her diary.
Oh my god, this is his diary. Right. This is Dari, okay? This is good. This is good. Okay? This is fucking good, isn't it?
Debbie is Laura. She was kidnapped by Uncle Terry and was forced to change her identity to Debbie. Like that, 7 years pass, and now Debbie is working on a new show, Elliot and Ella. She is the artist, and her best friend and love interest, Simon, is the writer. Debbie remarks about how Ella is basically just a representation of her, and how Elliot represents Simon. Everything we've seen Elliot do in the show, in the game, sacrificing kids, helping Terry, it was all done by Debbie's partner and Sarah's father, Simon. Now, he did give Debbie a warning to escape the commune, but I ask you, can we really trust him? It seems to me, at least right now, that he is in on it. But let's keep reading. Eventually, Debbie finishes all the drawings for the show, but during that time, she notices that kids in class are disappearing, falling ill, and never coming back. Terry simply says that they had to go home, but Debbie and I are not buying it. These suspicions then grow when one night Simon and Debbie hear screaming coming from the back of the barn. As they go to investigate, they find a trail of blood and Terry standing there covered in it. He tries to pass this off as killing animals for food, but Debbie doesn't feel right about it. The next day, Debbie and Simon get to watch the finished Elliot and Ella show that they've been working on, and what they see is nothing like they thought. What started off as cute turned dark and violent, the version of the show that we have been seeing. They also notice that Terry seems different. He's aggressive and keeps reassuring them that the show has to be like this because that's just what cartoons are like these days. What cartoons are you watching, Terry? Lee, not helping. It's here that Simon and Debbie realize something is terribly wrong with this.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the most important this one's Otake Park Wars, or if he wants. And I gonna do it over again, over again, over again. Just starting asking how it in the basement. Oh my god. Yes. The god.
Commune. But they also know that if they fight back, it won't end well. Simon decides that they should act like everything is fine up until they can come up with a plan of what to do, which might explain why he's been helping Terry with all these sacrifices. He's not evil, he's playing a part, putting up.
Yeah, I could. Sorry, I'm still sick. I can't do anything wrong. Okay?
A false version of himself for others to see, almost like he's wearing the skin of a cult member, but underneath he's just a scared little boy. And as we jump ahead to 2006, we see exactly that. Simon has now become a programmer for the KMW website and is involved in making a video game, Elliot's Adventure. Simon is the one behind the messages we've been seeing. Heck, everything we've uncovered on the Giggleland website must have been Simon communicating to us. He gave us these files that we're now looking at from Sarah's phone. He has been the one reaching out to us this entire time. Debbie isn't really happy about any of this. She has more or less isolated herself from the cult, but she's also pregnant with Sarah and her twin. What? We've never heard of a twin before. And in a later entry, we sadly find out why. During childbirth, the midwife says that the twins were tangled in the umbilical cord, and Terry chimes in to say only one could survive. Terry then goes a little off the rails, saying that the firstborn gave their life to save her sister, naming her the Miracle Baby. My guy, read the room. But this is also another reference
to represent why it is confusing. Why I'm confusing. Why I'm doing now. Why I'm doing now. Okay, I'm not doing this thing. I cannot do this. I'm reacting out this one. It says longest one's betrayer, and yeah. Who wants betrayed? And yes, I don't want to, explain why.
to the Aztec culture that this cult is following. In Aztec culture, twins were seen as a reflection of the twin gods Quetzalcoatl and Xolotl. Quetzalcoatl was associated with light and prosperity, but Xolotl was associated with sickness and death. So to avoid bringing death and sickness to the mother and the rest of the community, the Aztec midwife would kill one of the twins at birth, leaving only the one they deemed to be the good twin. Terry believes
Yeah.
that one of the children must be sacrificed, or else everything he has built will be destroyed, leaving this miracle child to help bring them into prosperity. That is why the KMW are so obsessed with Sarah and getting her back. Why they keep talking about her location. They need her. We could also take this a step further. Remember that message that said, "You are a god"? Well, maybe that's because in Terry's mind, Sarah isn't just a representation of the god Quetzalcoatl. She is that god. And where is Simon during all of this? Still programming away, becoming more and more obsessed. He says that he's just playing the part, wearing the
Yeah, his part. His fucking part. Look, we haven't finished it, the part, and it is confusing what happened there.
skin of a cult member while being him underneath. But Debbie begins to wonder if it's actually the other way around. He's no longer the man she fell in love with. He's slowly becoming one of them without even realizing. Just like we see Elliot doing in the game, he is now capturing seeds, i.e. children, and sacrificing them for Terry. He is playing the part so well that he is now a cult member wearing the skin of Debbie's partner. Eventually, Debbie decides she's had enough. She packs her things and she leaves with Sarah. Interestingly, she leaves without reading Simon's note that he left for her in the game about leaving, so I guess things kind of worked out. Well, except for Simon. Do you remember the text we found in the normal ending of Elliot's adventure? What did you do with the sorcerer, Elliot? In our initial episode, we didn't really have an answer for who the sorcerer was. We were told that they were corrupting the seeds and that they needed to be defeated, but we never understood who it was or why it was. However, now thanks to everything we've learned here today,
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to.
there's only one person it could be. Debbie. Debbie is acting against Terry at this point in the story. She doesn't want Sarah to be involved in any of it. Her anti-cult tendencies are the thing that need to be purified from the seeds. The children, just like Sarah. Debbie being the sorcerer also explains why we never encounter the sorcerer in the game. And yet, it acts like we defeat her during the normal ending. Simon didn't actually harm Debbie. He didn't want to defeat her in battle. He wanted her to escape. So the ending skips the boss fight
They
and
want to
says you
escape.
won. Because when she did
Right.
run away, as far as anyone else knew, she had been killed or taken care of, just like he'd been asked to do. But Terry doesn't seem to be buying it. Terry is
Yeah, I feel hacking. Hacking. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Let's continue about it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she's scared. Oh my god, she's scared. Yeah, it is good at the game. It is good gaming, but yeah, it is good gaming, but yeah, I not gonna do it to finish the game, but yeah. Wow, I don't know why I'm doing this wrong. Oh, dearest about it. Yeah. So let's go ahead to on alliance for Stick Boy team. And yes, oh yeah. So let's go ahead to an announcement for Take Back Bud. Announcement for 444 sub special is coming out soon, but I guess I'm doing wrong these days. These things these days about it. But yeah, I guess I'm doing this wrong. And yes, so asking for another's. Yes, okay, asking for Stick Boys to help me for sacrifices. Okay, guys. The Stick Boys doesn't even want to help to join my stream. So, I'm very sorry, and I hope you guys understand this. But yeah, I hope you guys wondering what happened the next year. But yeah, it is good. Is it it? Is it it? Um, I cannot edit the stream because I'm very bored today. But if I edit the stream, um, everyone doesn't like me. So, but yeah. Okay. Okay. Um, before I go, I upload to something about my final stream. But yeah. Okay. Before I go, to edit the stream, um, go check on in the description. To explain why I'm a return to IPTube crew community, and I'm so responded for this entire time for the community and the Discord server right now. Yeah, I'm sorry about it. I'm sorry about I'm sorry for everything, and I'm sorry for big mistake I have. But yeah, if you want to, what have to explain, I'm doing here for this for long time. But yeah, if I cannot to tell it, the stream once if I can't not to join, but yeah, I cannot do this, but yeah, if you guys to join, but yeah, see you guys later, and bye bye.